Okay. Hi guys. Good evening. Hi. So, um, I wanted to break down what you can expect if you're getting into the business. Yeah, hour to hour. If you're getting into the business for the first time, you're trying to drive. This is what to expect. Now, this is like a seminar or workshop for consumer behavior, customer behavior, passenger behavior. This is what they do at certain time, or what this is what you can expect them to be doing at certain time in the day. So I'm going to talk first about the weekday, all right? Then we're going to talk about the weekend because it's obviously different what people do on the weekday, Monday through to Friday, mostly, yeah, and then it's very different from as compared to like Sunday especially. All right, so on a weekday, from the hours of 6 a.m. to like 9 a.m., you find that most of the people are trying to get to work. Most people are trying to get to work. Now, you're going to find few people who are also trying to travel, maybe catch an early bus, traveling bus, or get to the bus stand. You will also find people who hook up. Actually, the hookup community make up like a huge percentage of revenue for the rideshare. I feel like we should one day make an appreciation video for the hookup. You will always encounter one person or the other who like spends the night in somebody's house and then they're coming back in the morning. You will always find that. So those people, they come under the umbrella of hookup. All right. So that's what you get from like 6 to like 9. So if you're a person that starts your work very, very early, you can actually be in your room or your house and just turn on your app. You will definitely get something if you turn it on from as early as 6, 7, 8. Now you probably get something, especially if it's very, very early, because some people who are very, very early, anybody who wants to go out that time of the day is definitely not trying to stand on the road and wait for a taxi or along or whatever they call them. They definitely need your service. So yeah, you come at a high demand if you come out very, very early. In fact, sometimes you could even start as early as 5 a.m. You would even sometimes get a request. So yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9 people are trying to go to work. The only disadvantage at that time is that you're going to meet traffic, because not just you but several other number of people, several other people are trying to get to the same work area. And in Abuja, it's like the work area is all centered in one place. Everybody is headed towards central area, Wuse, area 1, Garaki. It's just those areas. That's where almost everybody is trying to head to. Yeah. So now, after 6 to 9, you have people going to work, you have some people getting back from hookup, you have some people that are also maybe traveling. There's few other people are going for different other errands, but most of your customers will be going to work. From 10 a.m. upward, you have like the request will reduce. What you have at that time are people that are still going to work, but work that does not really require them to come in so early. That's what you get around 10. You actually have a very high case of reduced requests. So if you're out by 10 and you're not getting treatment, it's normal, it's okay. Okay, you don't have a lot of people doing a lot by that time. A lot of them are already at work. The work has started, so they're in the office seated doing the work. So they're not like moving around. So you're not supposed to expect that by from 10 and upward you're supposed to be getting requests like back to back. No, you expect to be, well, having a slow day. Then from 12 to like evening, you just have random movement. For instance, one person decides, you know what, let me go to Wuse Market and buy this. Let me go to Taco, let me go to Garki, let me go and visit my friend there, or let me do this or do that. Those are the kinds of customers you have around that time. Okay? And sometimes you have people from office who are supposed to go here and deliver what and do this and do that. Those are the kind of people you'll be having around that time. Also, you have certain people who finish work early, especially people who work in schools, right? Maybe to go and pick up their children or their wards from the school and things like that. Those are the kind of customers you'll be having around that time. Again, it's not a very fast day, but it's definitely faster than what happens from 10 a.m. to like 12. From that 12, you just, well, there is an increase in demand. There's an increase in demand for your services. And then from 5 p.m. to like 8 p.m., you have most of this office work actually ends by 5. So from 5, 6, 7, 8, you just have people who are like coming back from work in high droves and numbers too. So you might also meet traffic, and there's a very high demand at that time as well. Okay, there's a very high demand at that time. So you should expect a whole lot of buzzing on your app. You should expect a whole lot of requests coming in. From 9 upward, what you have, the kinds of movement you have at that time are people that are still kind of going home but late night. And you then also have this hook up again happening a lot. You know, people going from their location to, well, the location of business or location of service or party, right? Well, hook up, to be honest. That's what, in my experience, that's what happens around that time the most. Most of the customers are mostly women or females, and they're trying to get to, well, some short-let apartment or something like that. So that's why I just say hook up. So it could be a party, it could be a house party, it could be a birthday party, whatever it is. It's just, you know, it's like nightlife or night movement. That's what's going on from 9 upwards. Also, you have normal people, by the way. You have some people who actually close, like a place like Jabi Lake Mall. Most of the stores in there close at around 9 p.m. So you can also get customers from there who are like actually going home even around that time. Okay, and then people who go to church programs, those are also on the very lower side. It depends, you know, church programs don't happen every weekday. It happens once or twice, and not in very large numbers too. Okay, so that's what you have for a weekday. That ends your weekday. On the weekend now, specifically Sunday, not Saturday, specifically Sunday, what you are going to have from the hours of 6 to 9 a.m. are people going to church. The highest number, you can't ever be out on a Sunday and not pick a person going to church. Well, it's possible, but, well, the chances are just very low, is what I'm trying to say. Okay? A whole lot of them headed for church. Some people going very far and wide. Some other people go. I ever picked a guy from Lugbe, Federal Housing in Lugbe, and we drove all the way to Pape. There was this deep. God knows I will never ever go there again, even by mistake. This place was so inside. I promise you, you've never been there unless you live there. Even I don't even remember how to describe the place. It was, I don't know why you would want to go to church in such depth of this thing. The entire road was like this, and you know those type of road where there are markets so close to you, and then the roads are just like, if you enter the road wrongly, one of your back tires will just be hanging up like this and the car will refuse to move. That's how bad it was. Why go to, you know, I'm not one to judge, but man, that day I judged him so badly. It was not a very good experience for me. I thought it was Pape, you know, maybe the outside quarry gates, something, you know. I hated Pape generally, but at least not that inside. The guy, we passed the market, you know, the main market after a Chicken Republic, you just keep going straight. We passed the market and we took a right turn and then we kept going down. Jesus, okay. Then apart from that, if you don't get people going to church, the next thing you definitely get, are people coming back from hookup. Girls coming back from hookup. I don't even judge. I'm not even saying it to judge. I'm just saying these are your customers. Like in reality, and it's actually a very good boon for the business. All right, very good boon for the business. Then from 10 to like 11, maybe 12, it's a bit slow because most people at this point are in church, right? There's not a lot of movement happening. There's not a lot you can expect around this time. So yeah, it's a little bit slow. And then from like 11:30, 12 upwards, you have most people coming back from church. You have most people coming back from church, so you're definitely going to be getting a lot of requests. Now, around that same time, it also coincides with a time when a lot of people also want to go out visiting. Some people are going to Jabi Lake Mall, other people are going to visit friends, other people are going to visit family. There is just a whole random movement from 11:30 all the way to like 3 or 4 in the evening. And then from 5, you have most people coming back from the places they had gone to visit. Some went to Jabi Lake Mall, some went to Jabi Lake, and now they're coming back from the place. Some went to visit friends, like some people are living in like Kubwa, and then they went to visit friends in Maitama, so they're coming back all the way. You know, like you get all these long trips from people who had gone to visit certain people, and then now they're coming back. So that's what you get, like from 5 p.m. all the way to like 8 and all that. And now again from 9, you have people who are going for hookah. I once carried this girl one time in the car, and then she was from Guarimpa, yeah. We're headed to Bearban, Wuse. So on our way there, she was like, "But that Bearban is like I know say the place the you know things they happen, but those bouncers there, they not go let you enter the Bearban, and girls there then too much, you know, the place don't cast. I be more go Cuba. I be, what do you think?" She was asking my opinion. Like I was in the same line of business. Why would I know? All I know is that there's just a whole lot of people standing on the roadside, waiting for God knows what. But well, they're standing. And in Cuba, not as many people stand on the road as much as you find in Bearban. So it depends on what you're looking for. God knows I don't know what you're looking for. Even if I do, I'm going to claim I don't know what you're looking for, so I can't really advise you on the subject. So she was literally asking me, and I'm like, yeah, Cuba is also quite busy, especially in the backside. I don't know why it's like that there, but that's the reality anyway. So she ended up going to Cuba. So that's exactly what you get from like 9 till 10, 11, 12. No. From like 10, 11, you find people who are also coming back home. Most of them from the club. So if you're around like the beer barn, the Cuba, or any bubbly places around town, you'll find that you will always get customers from there going back to their destination. Warimpa, Karu, Lukuguma, wherever it is. You might also get people who are even going to club at that time as well, right? So it gets busy. So the reason why Sundays are often better is because a lot of drivers actually take those days off. They are not working on those days. They are actually off. When I started doing the business, I actually worked from Monday to Saturday. Sundays I'm off. You know, I go to be with Jesus. But it's a little bit different now. Still with Jesus, but well, okay, I work Sundays, so just because I just find that you don't get to struggle a lot with a whole lot of other drivers, because a whole lot of them are not on the road at the time. So well, so that's the reality anyway. So that's what you should expect if you're going into the business. Sometimes if you're having a slow morning, slow day, don't start driving around pointlessly. There's no sense in that. That's actually what around that time, that's what you should expect. Even on a Sunday, you know, from like that 10 to like 11 or something, don't start driving around aimlessly. It's okay, just stay in one place. It's a slow moment. Stay there, have lunch, nap a little bit, but then expect it to pick up by 11:30 to 12. All right, so that's the idea. Alright, so I'll see you next time. Bye bye.